What's going on, y'all? I'm your host, Paco, and you're listening to Occupy the Media. Got a good show planned for you today. Headline, Ron Paul attracts 3,000 plus voters to Texas A&M event, and Rick Santorum drops out of the race.
And we will suspend our campaign effective today.
That's Rick Santorum dropping out of the race for president today and ending what he calls a campaign of miracles. That virtually clinches the nomination for Mitt Romney, but there are two other candidates still in the race.
And one of them spoke to a standing room only crowd in College Station tonight. But before that, Ron Paul talked one-on-one with Nightbeat political reporter Mark Wiggins.
Arriving in Texas, one of just three candidates remaining in the race for the GOP presidential nomination, our first question to Ron Paul was about another candidate, Rick Santorum, who announced today he was pulling out of the race.
What are your thoughts on that? Surprised. I imagine a lot of people were surprised, but in thinking about it, there's not a whole lot I'll change.
Paul continues to draw crowds wherever he goes. At Tuesday's town hall appearance, supporters watched from the hallways as Texas A&M's 2,500-seat Rutter Auditorium was filled.
I feel like he's the best choice out of the three. It seems like when Ron Paul speaks to you, like he's really speaking to you.
Despite the support, Paul remains last in delegates and has yet to win a primary. We asked him why.
I'm not really sure. And there's a lot of theories on this, but it looks like we don't get enough people to the polls.
Big, bold Texan.
Paul's three-day swing through Texas kicked off with a new ad aimed at Texas voters. It comes at the same time state party leaders are considering changing the state GOP primary to winner-take-all. Hoped by some to help Santorum, we asked what the congressman thinks.
If I win, I'm all for it. No, I think it's fairer to let it do proportional, because if you have a lot of money, I didn't do anything in Florida because Romney had so much money, and you compete real hard and spend millions, and I get a lot of donations, but they're small donations.
We had one more question while the congressman is still in Texas, whether he had a pick in the race to fill Texas' seat in the U.S. Senate.
Make an endorsement in the Senate race? No, I have not.
Going to? You want to make one right now?
Right now I have no plans.
Mark Wiggins, KVUE News, Nightbeat.
Yeah, and that's Ron Paul out in Texas on the local news with his rock star status. Everywhere he goes, says here, Ron Paul attracted a remarkable 3,000 plus supporters and undecided voters to his Texas A&M town hall meeting last night. It was the first of three events showcasing Dr. Paul's characteristic large crowds that the congressman is holding in his home state this week. Event organizers noted that the university speaking venue was filled to capacity. Would have had to be an additional 500 plus to watch the speech live via a live feed in the lobby. So, like I said, everywhere he goes, packed crowds. Now we have Rick Santorum dropping out, and people got mixed feelings about that. I remember yesterday, I was just doing some work on the computer, forgot what I was doing, but I had the TV on, and I heard them talking about him dropping out, and I was thinking to myself, like, man, I don't think this was part of the plan or part of the establishment's plan. I figured they were going to have everybody go to the end. And so I was thinking that, man, this must be a good thing. Ron Paul's presence is just so much that they got to run with Romney. They're going to have to. But, I started thinking and started realizing that maybe this is, exactly what they have to do and what they want to do, because they don't want there to be a broker convention. They don't want it to be a bunch of chaos. So I think the best thing for the GOP in their mind to do is to get the nomination wrapped up. Let's get Romney the nomination. Let's make sure that by the time the convention is here, that we already have the nominee. So that way there's no chances of it being a broker convention or Ron Paul being the nominee. And that's what they're doing now. Now they're talking about making, like you heard in the interview, talking about making a Texas all-winner state. Of course, because you're going to give the state to Romney. So we know that Ron Paul is really going to win Texas. That's his home state. He gets so much love out there, and the fact that Romney can come and beat him is ridiculous. But we know how the voting is going, and that's why they want all-winner, take-all state. So that way Romney can get all the delegates. They can hurry up and wrap this thing up, because on the low, Ron Paul is racking up all the delegates everywhere. So they need to end this race as soon as possible if they can't But we're not going to let them. We're going to keep on pushing regardless. Newt Gingrich needs to get out of the race. He needs to get out of the country. For real, for real. Actually, I was going to talk about one article I came across. He had written a $500 check, I think, to be on a ballot. I forgot what state, and it bounced. The check bounced, so you guys check that out. I forgot to say the article, but you can Google that. Some good news. This one counts. Headline, St. Charles County chooses Ron Paul at second caucus. Ron Paul is a big winner. The Texas congressman picked up a clean sweep at round 2 of the caucus. The pro-Paul slate constitutional conservatives picked up the 59 delegates for District 2 and the 88 delegates for District 3. Those delegates will go on to the congressional district caucuses on April 21st. Paul's slate won the state delegation vote as well. Quote, "It was great," said Bryce Steinhoff, Ron Paul County Coordinator for St. Charles County. "It was a lot of hard weeks of getting out the vote. It was old-fashioned. We went to people's houses. We knocked on doors. We made tons of phone calls. We got out the vote, and we got people here, and that's how you win elections, and that's how you win caucuses." That's right. And it says here, Tuesday's caucus was a stark contrast to the first attempt on St. Patrick's Day. For one thing, no one was arrested, and extra police weren't required. And no one should have been arrested the first time, and there was never police required or needed. While the crowd made up largely of Paul supporters, Mitt Romney supporters and a smattering of Rick Santorum fans disagreed on a lot during the 4 hours, but things still stayed peaceful. Brent Stafford, who was arrested in the aftermath of the first caucus being shut down, got things started in a pro-Paul way right off the bat. A Paul supporter, Stafford won the election to be the chairman for the caucus by picking up 480 votes to beat David Cole. Cole, the chairman of the Missouri Republican Party, picked up 402 votes. Now, following Stafford's election and the election of Kyle Albert as secretary, it was time to go over the rules. A large cheer erupted when Stafford read a provision that allowed recording devices at the caucus. So it did allow people to record it. That should be coming up on YouTube probably any hour now. These delegates will go on to the congressional district caucuses that be held on April 21st in Missouri. And we also have here this last little line in the article. Zoe Izotto Gilbert, a Romney supporter, said she was disappointed by the results of the night. Oh, isn't that too bad? You all said your little boy, your candidate Romney didn't win, didn't make it. Well, don't worry. They're winning everything they can for him. You know what I mean? They're rigging this whole contest for him. So I don't know how anybody supports Romney or Newt Gingrich or any of these guys. It amazes me. It just baffles me. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Later on in the show, we're going to be talking to Justin Reeder from NoOneButPaul.com, RonPaulCountry.com, and InItToWin.com. I think I'm saying that right. There's a money bomb coming up on April 15th. So definitely we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about some other grassroots things that are going on and donations and getting help to keep this movement going, keep this movement going right along. And let's see here. Also to let everybody know, Ron Paul does have a rally today. If you're in Texas, town hall meeting at 7 o'clock p.m. at Will Rogers Memorial Center, 3401 West Lancaster Avenue in Fort Worth, Texas. And also tomorrow, April 12th, town hall meeting at 7 p.m. at Main Plaza in San Antonio, Texas, 78205. All right, I'm Paco. I'm your host, and we'll be back. Occupy the Media.
We arrived in Vietnam in September the 14th.
We were fighting what was called the Viet Cong.
They broke through our lines, and we had to go hand-to-hand with them.
I was actually one of the 9 out of 56 that came back after 1 whole year. And that's hard to forget.
We had 75 killed and 115 wounded.
Vietnam was hell.
We had never been thanked